Jake Paul. It was
Yeah.
Jake Paul he got involved in, and that's how the birth of Jake Paul became.
When you get challenged by someone who's a guy like a Jake Paul, does that piss you off? Is
Not
it
at
part
all.
of it that's just like
My No, it doesn't. I don't
No?
think. I think it's awesome.
You think it's awesome?
Yeah, I think it pisses me off. I think it's cool.
You think it's cool? That's awesome. That's awesome that you handle it that way. Because, like, in a way, I mean, it's kind of insulting. It's brave, it's bold of him, but it's like, Jesus Christ, there's levels to this world.
Let me know what I found out. This good gentleman, he was a mayor in this town in the Midwest, right? And I talked to him before, and he was one of those stern guys. He always got the bills paid, always got your lights on, always got everything right and perfect, but he didn't have a good personality. And he almost lost to a guy that didn't do anything. He didn't make he shitted on people's taxes, he messed it, but he hung out with the people. He smoked cigarettes with them, he drank with them, he ate with them, he hang out on their porch with them.
Yeah.
And that's when you learn you can't take yourself too serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? The world will turn on you if you take yourself too serious. Who the hell am I to take myself too serious? Made all this money, got this reputation, and now I'm looking at people screw facing them down.
Right.
I have a great life. How am I going to be mad at somebody? Really, when you think about it. When my ego's not involved, how can I really be mad at somebody?
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful attitude, and you're so right, because there's so many people that are so concentrating so much on succeeding and doing great things.
That was me. I just wanted to win so bad. I wanted to be somebody so bad, it wasn't even funny.
And you forget what life is about. Life is enjoying moments.
Life is a balance, and your legacy is not what you accomplish, it's what your children say about you at the end of the day. They know who you are. They know what you're hiding that you don't want no one else to see.
I'm sure you are a fan of Miyamoto Musashi. I'm sure.
Tell me about the Japanese warrior.
Yeah, Book of Five Rings.
Yes.
He was all about balance. That was his
Yes.
whole thing. Is like
Samurai jokes aside, I really like Mike Tyson's attitude here with the Jake Paul stuff, because in the end, it's a business about money. And it's good to be humble. Do I think Jake Paul would ever have a chance against Tyson? No, I don't. I really don't see that happening. He dominated Roy Jones Jr., which was amazing, him being at a more advanced age, and also have taken a longer pause from boxing. The one thing I gotta say about Jake is that people don't give him enough credit. The guy trains. I think he's better than a lot of people want to say, and there's this distinction you got to make between the two brothers, right? There's Jake and there's Logan, right? Logan's not a great boxer, and I think it's not necessarily based on effort. I think Logan just doesn't necessarily have the innate acumen, the talent necessary to become a great fighter. Jake does, most definitely. I think that I'm probably going into some weird psychology here, but Logan's like 6'2", Jake is like 5'10", 5'11", something like that. Second born, I don't know. I could see or maybe it's not the second born. I don't really know how that goes, but I could see some more pressure be put on Jake. Also, I think conventionally people think Logan is probably the more attractive, more famous initially of the brothers. He had more success on YouTube and all these other things. So Jake has kind of tried to make up for that. So I could see that as a driving factor for someone to put a lot more effort into boxing. I'm not saying this as someone who knows nothing about boxing. I've boxed as an amateur. I used to train with the father of the Benavides brothers in Phoenix. It's a long time ago, but I can tell you from what I see, he's a good boxer, and I think that he would fare well as an amateur or even a low-ranked pro. And he has done leaps and bounds each match he's fought as far as his overall boxing acumen and fighting capability. So you have to weigh that against, obviously, the money and everything. People are like, oh, why don't you fight a real boxer? Why don't you fight? Well, what do you want him to do? Each purse is about money too, in the draw that someone can have, right? Anyway, I don't want to divulge and go on into that, but let me know what you think. Do you think that Mike Tyson should be actually angered by Jake challenging him. It's a business, and it's always been a business. And I think that people prior to Jake Paul and these people getting involved in boxing had this purest idea of what the boxing business is and was, when in the reality, it's always been about business. It's always about protecting your fighters. Like I said, I used to train with boxers. I was in this, kind of ambiance or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you pick fighters that you feel like your fighter can learn from and win and build that record, because it's about the record. It's about creating the audience, because ultimately those are the people that are paying for the tickets. So just a thought. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, buy red and sell green.